All right, guys. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves and maybe like tell me where you guys grew up?
Okay, hello. My name is Suad. I am Somali American. I was born and raised in America, and my family's from Somalia.
I'm Faris. I'm originally from Syria. Was born and raised in Saudi Arabia.
Hi, my name is Andrea, and I was born and raised in Venezuela.
All right. So, have you guys ever bought period products for a loved one, a significant other, a sister, pretty much just anybody?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's good.
Well, I used to buy them from my mom when I just did little missions at the grocery store, and then once I've gotten to age, she was like, okay, like, get me some too, like, it's like you and I, let's get some, like a little, getting, equipped.
Yeah, same or buying like for friends when they're in need, they call you like, hey, like where are you? I need so fast, like are you around?
Yeah.
Well, I bought ones for my girlfriend, so
Yeah.
yeah, that counts.
Was it awkward the first time?
No.
No?
No, not at all.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
good.
just like buying any other stuff, just
Yeah.
grab it and go to the cashier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But most of the time, people or most men, like it's kind of like taboo. Do you guys know maybe why?
I have no idea, to be honest.
Yeah, just
yeah.
the topic in
Yeah,
general.
I don't know.
Like,
It's just
Yeah,
the topic
it's just-
itself.
It's just like when it comes to blood, like people get like scared or something when it's something natural, like
mhm.
even though like now, like when I get my period or something, like I'm like, oh, did I have something in the bag? Like, can you check? When at the end
Mhm.
is like something really like
Mhm.
natural, and people like shouldn't be surprised because at the end like you will get it.
Right.
Well, where it comes down to cultures, a lot of cultures that are outside, actually also in America, where they kind of portray periods as something that's like dirty, and that like it should be repressed, like women should be repressed to not talk about their periods, and so it gives society, it kind of shows how society's like we're not ready to talk about periods because it's like it's ew,
Yeah.
it's ew. That's why it's kind of sad that like we kind of see when women are getting into politics where the topic of periods automatically comes with, oh, if a woman does something, oh, maybe she's on her period, or a woman can't be president because she's gonna start war when she's on her period.
That's very true. Such a controversial topic
Yeah.
for something that happens to every girl
Mm-hmm.
since
Yeah.
the beginning of time. So it's kind of crazy. What do you think that you'd ever be comfortable talking to this topic with like your father, or like your brother or somebody that's where it's like, 'cause we know we can talk to our mothers about this, but it's a little bit more, I don't know, risque to talk to like our fathers or brothers about it.
Well, you want to talk first?
Well, it's like 50-50. Like he knows, of course, I get my periods, but at the same time, when it comes to the topic, I never talk with my dad about it. Never, like on my 22 year, never talk about it. Like he just knew when I got it, and that was it.
Mhm.
Like nothing else. He never bought pads for me or something. Like he never got into that topic.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish I could. I mean, not talk everything about it, but not feel uncomfortable because at the end he's my dad.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
Well, I grew up in between three brothers, so the only one person is my mom. But yeah, I never got to discuss a topic with my mom about periods, or like she never like told me like, hey, go buy me pads or tampons, or yeah, and it just never happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Periods when my father was first hard at first. It was kind of weird because my mom talked about it, but she kind of made it seem like it was such a like hush situation where you can't. It's like it's known, but we can't speak on it. So when when I did get my period, it was like, okay, I'm on my period. Like, let's not tell my mom, and like, let's not tell my dad and my brothers. Now I'm getting to a point where I'm like, so what? Everybody knows that periods happen. So if I'm on my period, like, I'm gonna tell you, like, I'm on my period. Or if I need, like, to use, like, my brother's car, I'm like, listen, I need some pads. Like, I need your car. And I think now that my brothers are at the age where they might get wise pretty soon, I think the topic of periods should be very comfortable with them, and I think that they should be introduced with the idea, because if they don't know, then it will create a very awkward situation with their spouses.
And I don't think in school like they teach you a lot about it. So.
They do, but they
don't get like like really deep or something like.
In American schools we do talk about periods, but like periods are only for cisgender females. How do I? Yeah, so cisgender females. So like if you identify and was born as a female, like with as a female, they will talk about periods. They kind of like separated genders as a binary way in public schools. So like girls talk about girls' the reproductive system, and boys talk about the reproductive system, and so they kind of just separate us. So boys never really knew about periods. It was more as like girls, you only know this, the boys just have to know. It's not important for men.
Like they don't get to know that much in like school because, as you say, like they separate them. So.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
And it's even unfortunate because there's a lot of people even in the LGBT community that should know about it. Like a lot of them go through the same things and they're still not educated on it. And I know for a fact many other countries definitely don't teach their kids, girl or boy, about it. And I'm sure you guys can, tell me a little bit about that. Were you guys taught on it at all?
We did, yeah, we do. But it's not like, it's really like on like outside the topic, like like really deep, or like they do like really like gender separation. That's it, like nothing else.
Faris, were you ever taught on it?
No, well, coming from a culture where we're super conservative and close, as she was saying before, it's more of a hush-hush topic where you're just like, oh no, like the boys don't have to know about it, or like, oh no, I can't tell like a guy that I'm on my period because it's disgusting, he'll think it's weird. But to be honest, to me it's just like, like I didn't really care if you opened it with me or no. You just figure it out at some point, But yeah, it was a really like a hush-hush thing that even when like my mom gets it, she's like, she tries to talk in secret with my dad, so like he knows that she's on it, but like without us knowing. So yeah, I'm like, really?
Yeah. Also, particularly in Seattle, it's quite expensive to buy these products. Right?
Yes.
It's pretty expensive. And we're thinking of having like places or a particular place in school where we just have access to it, because there's a lot of like students that are homeless within our, school society, so that they have access to it, even if like they're not homeless. Like, I feel like we should have it available, because what if you're just at school and you didn't have one? That happens all the time.
Funny story, it happened to me. A month ago, and I didn't have anything.
Yeah.
And I was like talking to my friend, like, hey, where are you? Like, do you have something? She was like, no, like, should I buy something for you? And I was like, no, it's fine. Like, I just use toilet paper, and that's it, because like that's the only resource I had, like, and it's so shitty because sometimes you don't know when it's gonna come. So it's just like, oh, surprise, you're for the
yeah. And like for the homeless, we tend to give them food, clothing, things to shower with, like so many things, but we always forget to like, donate like tampons or pads. I can only imagine like what they would be doing. Like you said, probably like tissues.
I think giving pads and tampons and sanitation to the homeless is very beneficial. I think that it's something that, although it's very expensive for us as a privileged group that can't afford it, it's still it's still a basic necessity like food and water. And I think that you know, people in that spectrum that do need it really and cannot afford it really need it, and it's something that as an institution or as a government should start handing out.
Yeah, it's just like it's health, you know.
Yeah.
Like it's nothing else, and they should be helpful about it.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, guys.
Mm-hmm.
You're
Mhm.
Thank you.